everybody, welcome back to Brainiac Baseball's 1980 Detroit Tigers season replay. Today is the third game in a three-game set and the sixth and final game of our homestand, in which we've won every game. So we are on a five-game winning streak right now, heading into today's home game versus the Brewers. It's a pair of aces that are facing off. We have Jack Morris going for our Tigers, who has struggled in his last five performances. So, I'm really hoping that he can break out of it. We've kept the opponents to really low run counts, 2, 3, 3, 2, and 1. So I'm hoping that Jack comes through for us today. We can close this off, this homestand off with a 6-game winning streak. Morris is facing off versus the Brewers ace, Moose Haas, who's 3-2. Let's go ahead and get right to it. As always, I appreciate everyone who's been following along. Please like and subscribe if you're enjoying this content. We're in game number 35, so we've still got a ways to go. But I appreciate the fact that I know a lot of you have been there since opening day. And if you have any feedback for me, please feel free to leave it in the comments section. So as I mentioned, Jack Morris is going today. This is his stats thus far. It's amazing to think at 23 years old, Jack Morris was 17-7. It's pretty impressive for a young pitcher. This year, as I mentioned, he's 2-4, and he has really struggled in his last 5 starts with 4 losses and a no decision, in which he pitched pretty deep against Baltimore, who at the time was in first place. We have all of our bullpen available, so that is going to be helpful. Hopefully we won't need it. And let's take a look at the lineup versus Moose Haas, who's a righty. Basically the same lineup as we always have, maybe with the exception of Gary Hancock being in right field for a defensive purpose. And Richie Hebner is playing third base instead of Brookins, who try to add a little bit of offense to our lineup. So let's get the game kicked off. Looks like they've taken Yount out of the game and put in Tim Nordbrook for the start. Looks like he was just a late season call-up in almost every year of his career. So here we go with Tim Nordbrook leading off. He goes down swinging for the first out. And that brings up Jim Gantner, batting .362 versus righties. He has a lazy fly ball to right, and that's 2 down for Hall of Famer Paul Molitor. Molitor jacks it into the gap, and that's gone. That's a home run for Molitor, his 5th on the year. So Morris gives up a home run here in the first, bringing up Gorman Thomas, who he promptly walks on 4 straight pitches. And a little bit of a jam here. With 2 down, Lascano is up and he goes down swinging. So just a long home run by Molitor as we head to the bottom of the first. Moose Haas, take a quick look at his stats. Actually the same age as Morris. They're both 24. He's 3-2, solid ERA, walks more than he strikes out. So hopefully we can take advantage of his poor pitching early this season. Sweet Lou is going to fly out to center for the first out. Bringing up Trammell, whose batting average is now dipped under 300. And he's going to pop it up into foul ground for the second out. And that brings up Steve Kemp, who's 0 for 2 with a walk versus Moose Haas this year. He's going to get a double down the line. So we have our first runner in scoring position and our first hit of the game with Fisk up to the plate. He's 3 for 5 with 2 walks, so he's been fairly successful against Haas. He's going to line it right back to the pitcher, and that's going to be the third out. So, to the top of the second inning, Ben Ogilvie is leading off. Ogilvie is going to pull a base hit into right field. And that brings up Larry Heisel. Larry Heisel right now is leading the league in home runs with 8. And he's batting .355 versus right-handed pitchers. And he's going to bleed one into center field for a base hit, and now there's first and second with no outs. So Morris is continuing a streak of struggling as Cooper flies out to left for the first out. We're going to pull the outfield in for Charlie Moore. Moore is going to get a base hit to center. It's going to score another run. And the Brewers have a 2-0 lead. With only one down, leadoff hitter Nordbrook is up. Wow, every ground ball is getting through the infield. That's another base hit. And the third run scores. And this is, I'm afraid of getting out of hand here. Gantner's going to ground to third, and that's going to turn a double play. I wonder if having Hebner at third base with that 82 defense instead of Brookins' 96 defense, I wonder if that plays a part in the overall team defense. Maybe allowing some of those base hits that get through the infield. Anyway, it's hard to tell. Jason Thompson's going to fly out to center field, and that brings up Lance Parrish. Parrish is going to have a base hit to center field for the second hit for the Tigers. And we have a runner at first base with Richie Hebner at the plate, and he's going to rip it to right, but I think that's just going to be a long out. It is. So it's 2 down for Parrish. And Dave Stegman, who had yesterday's game off, takes a walk. And that brings up Gary Hancock, who had a home run in yesterday's game. Much to my surprise, he had a triple and a home run. And he's going to hit it into the gap, but it's going to be caught for the third out. So we're headed to the top of the third, losing 3-0. And Paul Molitor leading off. He's going to ground out to Hebner at third. And that brings up Thomas with 1 out. He hits it to short center field for the second out. And now Liscano with 2 down. Liscano's going to walk. It's the second walk issued by Morris, who's already at 52 pitches, and we're not even through the third. Ogilvie, though, is going to go down swinging, and that'll be the end of the third, and we have the top of the lineup with Lou Whitaker leading off. We need to get something going here. Whitaker is going to have a long fly ball to center for the first out, bringing up Trammell, who also had a home run in yesterday's game. Trammell's going to ground out to first for 2 down. And that's going to bring up left fielder Steve Kemp, who's going to hit it straight away center for the third out. So we are definitely having trouble hitting Moose Haas. Larry Heisel gets a second hit. He's 7 for 9 now against Morris this season. That is, I don't think I need to tell you, that is insanely good. Cooper is up with no outs. He's going to ground out to Hebner. Turn 2, no, just a runner at first. And Heisel advances to second with the number 9 hitter, Charlie Moore, who had an RBI single in the second inning. Here he grounds out to third for the second out. And we're back to the top of the lineup with Nordbrook, who also had a base hit RBI in the second inning. Nordbrook pops out to first for the third out. And we're headed to the bottom of the fourth. Haas has been efficient so far with only 38 pitches through 3. Fisk is going to lead off with a fly ball to right. And that is going to be the first out. Bringing up JT. JT is going to ground to third. That's 2 down. At this point, Thompson is doing so poorly that in tomorrow's game versus Cleveland, I think I'm going to put Corcoran in there and give Thompson a rest and see if that helps improve his hitting, because he's definitely not a 213 hitter. So top of the fifth, and Gantner leads off with a long fly ball into the gap in left center field. And that's 1 down as Molitor bats with 1 out and gets a base hit to left. So that's the 7th hit that Morris has given up with 2 walks. I don't really know what to do with Morris as he strikes out Thomas. I mean, he's been a starting pitcher, basically since he was called up in '76. Lozcano gets a base hit, so I'm not sure what to do to remedy this. I believe Morris has the highest ERA that's ever been elected to the Hall of Fame. So I guess maybe this just comes with, his career arc. Ogilvy grounds out to third for the third out of the inning. I'm sorry, grounded out to first for the third out of the inning. And that's going to bring up Richie Hebner at the bottom of the fifth, still behind 3-0. Hebner's going to get a base hit to left. And let's hope this is the start of something here. Stegman, who's definitely cooled off since his hot streak of he had a 6-game hitting streak. Oh, there he goes. He gets one through the center into center field for a base hit. Do we want to risk Hebner going to third down 3 runs? I'm going to say no, even though he's got a good chance. I don't know, sometimes this game just teases you. So I'm going to give Hancock an opportunity here to move the runners along at the very least. He's going to ground it to first. There'll be 2. No, he does move the runners over. So we have 2 runners in scoring position for Sweet Lou. And a base hit should put us within 1. That's not going to happen though. Hebner's going to score, and we are on the board as Whitaker grounds out to second for the RBI. And that brings up Tram with a chance here to get us closer. Nope, he's going to ground out to the pitcher. And that'll be the rally killer. So Morris is at 104 pitches here in the 6th. And Heisel has just brutalized Morris. But I'm going to give Morris one more chance here. And he's going to be on a short leash. Yeah, the odds say eventually he's going to get Heisel out. And he does there for the first on a grounder to Trammell. And that brings up Cecil Cooper, who gets the base hit to center. And an error by Stegman is going to advance Cooper to second. So that's the 9th hit given up by Morris. And that's the 10th. So that'll be the 4th run, and I guess it's time to take out Morris. Not his day, clearly. So we're going to bring in Roger Weaver, who hasn't pitched in a couple of games now, as we've been in, we've been ahead. So I've been going to the 7th, 8th, and 9th inning pitchers primarily. So we'll give Weaver a chance to get a few outs here, as Gantner grounds it back to the catcher, and a throwing error by Parrish will get Gantner to second and Moore to third. So that's our second error. We're having a sloppy game. Molitor with a chance to bring in a couple runs, but he's going to fly out to left for the third out, and we get out of that little jam. And Moose Haas is really owning us this game. He's only pitched one game against us, and it was a no decision. So he has had some success, I suppose. Oh, whoa! Steve Kemp just jacked it out of the park practically, 448 feet. That was a mammoth blow. Kemp's got 7 home runs on the season, leading the team. So we get that run back and an opportunity for Fisk here to keep the rally going, but he's going to pop up to short. Bring up JT. Thompson's going to get a double down the line, maybe a triple? Nope. We'll take 2. So runner in scoring position for Parrish. One swing of the bat could tie the game. But Parrish walks, and now we have first and second, and our 2 slowest base runners are on base. So it's going to take a little bit of luck here to score Thompson. But Hebner's going to hit it double to the left field wall, and that will get us within 1. And Stegman has a chance here to atone for his error earlier in the game. We have 2 runners in scoring position with only 1 out. So I'm going to have Stegman hit to the right side, and hopefully Parrish can score from third if he puts it in play. He definitely does. He's going to hit a double to the gap. That's going to give us the lead. And great comeback. This is what we've been doing this whole homestand. We've never truly been out of any game. That's going to be an infield hit for Gary Hancock, the number 9 hitter. So that's 4 out of the last 5. 5 out of the last 6 have been hits. So we've got something good going here. Let's hit and run with Whitaker. It's going to be a wild pitch. No, it's going to be a double steal? Is that what that is? I'm not sure. That might have been a double steal or a steal of second, and the guy runs to... I'm not sure. But hey, what do I care? We scored a run. And so Sweet Lou, with 2 strikes, is going to get a base hit to right. That should get Hancock to third. And they're finally going to bring in a relief pitcher. They're bringing in Dwight Bernard, who we've seen a couple times this series. Oops. So yeah, he's struggled all 3 years of his major league career. So maybe we can keep the rally going with a base hit from Trammell. Let's see. Nope, Trammell's going to ground up to third, and that'll score Hancock from third. And we've got 6 runs in this inning to take the lead at 7-4. And Kemp, who started off this inning with a long fly ball to right, is going to ground out for the third out. And that couldn't have went any better. Weaver, who only had 9 pitches, I'm going to leave him in there. He stands to get the win in relief at this point. But maybe that's in jeopardy now because Thomas walks. Bring it up to Lescano, who also walks. So, okay. Probably should have just kept my opinion to myself. 7th inning. Okay, so let's bring in Pat Underwood to try to get Ogilvy here. He's 0 for 2 versus Underwood this season. And Ogilvy is going to get a base hit to right. That's going to score Thomas, close the gap to 2 runs. And, man, that's going to bring up Larry Heisel, who has basically crushed every left-handed pitcher this year. But we have a lefty after Heisel, so we're going to have to take a chance. Ground ball to short. Only going to get 1, and that runner from third is going to score. So the lead is down to 1. And Underwood's going to strike out Cooper for the third out. Oh, no, I'm sorry, that's the second out. My bad. I guess I was thinking there was a double play there, but there wasn't. So let's not risk it any more damage. Let's take Underwood out. We're going to bring in Dave Tobick. And let's see if we can close out this inning. He does with a strikeout. So, okay, so we're holding on to the lead. And we're in the bottom of the 7th with Carlton Fisk up. Fisk is going to take a walk, bringing up Thompson, who's 1 for 1 against Bernard this season. Let's see if he can get another hit. Nope, he's going to ground out to first, maybe double play. No, Fisk is going to beat it out to second. And so we have another runner in scoring position with 1 out for Parrish. Parrish is going to line out to first for the second out. Bringing up Hebner, who's 2 for 2 with a home run versus Bernard. Nope, he's going to ground out back to the pitcher. Oh no, it's an error. An error on the fuzzy-faced Bernard. So we'll take that. We have runners at first and third now for Stegman, who came through the last inning with a big hit. And instead, he's going to ground out to Norbrook at short, and that is the end of that rally. So top of the 8th, Norbrook's going to be leading off. We're going to keep Tobick in there. Norbrook's going to line out to right for the first out. And that's going to bring up Jim Gatner. Gatner's going to fly to center for the second out. And that brings up Paul Molitor, who's also going to fly out to center. Oh no, it's a base hit that drops in. Tricky ball there. So, 2 down. And Molitor tries to steal second, but Parrish throws him out for the third out. We'll take it. So we're holding on to the lead. Here in the 8th, Bernard, they're keeping in. He's already thrown 28 pitches. Hancock's going to rip it to the first baseman for a line out, and the first out of the 8th. And Sweelou's up. He's going to hit it to left for the second out, and that leaves it up to Trammell. Trammell's going to hit the ball on a line to center, and that is going to be the third out of the inning. So now we have Lopez. I think we're going to bring him in to close. Senor Smoke. He's got 9 saves on the year. He's not a strikeout pitcher this year, but I would have to say that he's been one in his career, so I'm not sure why he's not shutting people down with his fastball. Oh no. I guess he threw the fastball to Thomas, and Thomas just crushed it for his third home run of the year, and the game is tied. So that's a blown save for Lopez. And, wow, he's walks Lescano. Maybe Lopez was due. Oh wow, another walk. Okay. I don't have any other righties to bring in, so I've got to have Lopez pitch. Larry Heisel is going to fly out to center, and for some reason, Lezcano does not tag up on that. It's a 400-foot hit. So I do not understand that, but I'll take it. Cooper struggling versus righties, so I'm going to let Lopez pitch to Cooper, and it's going to be another fly ball to center, and that one only goes 348 feet, which is still pretty far, but again, Lezcano does not tag up. So Lopez has an opportunity to get out of this inning, and he does by striking out Charlie Moore. So bottom of the ninth, and we find ourselves in the position to have a walk-off. Speaking of walks, there's Kemp taking a walk to first, and I'm gonna take a chance. I'm gonna take Kemp out of the game for Rick Peters, who has the best speed on the team, and I'm gonna have Fisk hit and run. Fisk goes down swinging, but Peters does steal second. And so we have a runner in scoring position, and a base hit by Thompson should win the game. So one out for JT, and he gets intentionally walked by Bernard. Bernard has pitched 3 innings, thrown 50 pitches, and we've definitely got a pinch hit for Thompson because he is the slowest person on the team. So we're going to bring in Brookins, who's got decent speed. And one down for Big Wheel, Lance Parrish. Oh, he grounds it back to first. Oh no, he lines a line out to first. So that was not helpful. And they're bringing in Bob McClure, who I believe is their closer. He's got 3 saves. And now it's a lefty on lefty, and Hebner has been terrible versus lefties. And I believe, if we take a look here real quick, both of our bench players have been decent. So let's substitute Hebner for Champ Summers, who has been clutch all season. And let's see if he's got one more in him. Nope, he goes down swinging. So, we've got to realign our defense. So Brookins is going to go to third. Summers will move into the first base position. I don't think he can play first, right? Yeah. So we'll bring in Corcoran. And yeah, that's all of our bench players have been inserted into the game. So I guess we have to take another chance with Lopez, because all we have left are lefties. So with our diminished outfield, let's see if we can get through this. Northbrook's going to get a base hit to right to start us off. And we're going to leave Lopez in there to pitch to Gantner. Ooh, I did not see that coming. Gantner attempts to sacrifice bunt, but he is unsuccessful as the lead runner is thrown out at second. So there's one out with Molitor up. Molitor is going to ground to short. Oh, error by Trammell, our 3rd error of the game. We are trying to give this away after that huge comeback. So that brings up Gorman Thomas, who had the home run to lead off the last inning. That was the game-tying run. And Thomas is going to ground out to first, which is turned into a double play. So we get out of that. And next inning, we're going to have to bring a lefty in to pitch. I can't have Lopez pitch another inning, so Stegman's going to lead off the 10th, and he goes down swinging. So Hancock with 1 out. He doesn't have a hit versus a lefty this year, and he still doesn't as he grounds back to the pitcher. And it's going to be up to Whitaker with 2 down. And he comes through, gets a base hit to center. 2 down. I'm going to risk it. I'm going to try to have Whitaker steal second. See if we can't get a runner in a scoring position and end this game. He does. He steals second. And one swing of the bat from Trammell can put this game to rest. But McClure is going to intentionally walk Trammell to get to Peters, who came in as a pinch runner and a defensive replacement. This would have been Steve Kemp's spot, which would have been lefty on lefty, but Peters is a switch hitter, so we have a chance. Oh no. Oh no. No, we don't. We have no chance. So it's 3 down, and we're headed to the 11th, and so, yeah, we've got to take Lopez out. Oh man. Okay, so we're going to bring in Shotzi, who's been strong in the long relief role and has been good versus lefties and righties. So let's see if he can keep us close. Lascano's going to fly out to right for the first out, and that brings up Ben Ogilvie, and he's going to flare it into right, but that's going to be the second out of the inning. And Larry Heisel with 2 down. He's going to ground out to second, and the game goes on. If you stuck around this long, you were probably going to want to see how this ends. Carlton Fisk's going to lead off the bottom of the 11th, and he's going to pop out on the infield for the first out. Keep in mind, I don't have anybody else on the bench to pinch hit, so this is what we are going with. Brookins. Whoa, Brookins! Wow, probably the biggest surprise. Hits a home run to left, and it's a walk-off. And we win 8-7, another 1-run game. That has been our MO these last 6 games. Very exciting. Let's take a look at the transactions. Nothing new to point out. Let's pull up the box score, and we'll take a look at that. Feel free to pause it and see if there's anything that interests you. As always, I appreciate you following along. Please like and subscribe, and also check out the Brainiac baseball card breaks. We had 3 last week, and we'll have 3 more coming up this weekend. And until tomorrow's game, have a good night.